out to Aisha and Mike. They're my people. They're my people. Man, I'm telling y'all something. Let me tell you, I've been up all night. I suffer from insomnia. Anybody else suffer from insomnia? Yeah. That's a wild ride, ain't it? But I know what the fuck I be on. See, I be up thinking about shit, important shit. Very pertinent shit, processing shit. You know what I mean? Like, okay, for instance, why do people with the hairiest ass always want to be the first to 69? You ever notice that shit? Got a whole ass fro. Be tooted up, and then they want to ask, you want the 69? Look, fucking don't ask me if I want a 69. You don't ask somebody if they want a 69. That's some shit. Like, I ain't trying to be funny. For me, I like a good 69, and I like for you to ease into it. I mean, you know what I mean? Y'all in it, and it's good and everything. He just flip you upside down and just crash out. I like that shit. That's a nasty motherfucker. I like that. Genitals to face, motherfucker. Genitals to face. Insomnia. You are my bitch lover. Because I be up thinking, processing, thinking about important shit all the time. Like, why are farts funny? They just are. And I'm not trying to be funny, like, it's supposed to be unladylike for women to fart. You know, we don't fart, we toot, we poo, right? Mothers don't get to play the fart games with their kids like daddies do. You'll never see no mama really come up and say, pull my finger. It don't go like that. I know I used to fart and I used to tell my kids, be like, y'all see that duck? And my kids would be, you know, finally my daughter caught on to that shit. She like, no, Mom, we don't never see the duck, but it's very loud and stinky wherever it comes. True shit. My son was real bad when he was little, right? He was one of them kids, you couldn't even walk them by the hand. You just walk them by the head. That's how you can tell when kids are bad, when you walking them like, go left, go right, sit down, shut up. And when his teacher called me, he was in pre-K about this time, and his teacher called me and she said, listen, I need for you to come up here. He's acting out doing circle time. And I was like, this was a couple calls. And so finally one day I got off work early. So let me go up here and see what this little nigga doing, you know. So we at circle time, and they storytelling, everything's going right? So then they get to Old McDonald's. Now we all know Old McDonald's. Help me out with real quick, right? Old MacDonald had a farm. And on this farm he had some cows. With a moo-moo there and a moo-moo there. Here moo, there moo, every minute moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm. Okay, that went well, right? That went well. So I'm looking at her like, bitch, you know, what's up? So the second time comes around. Old MacDonald had a farm. And on this farm he had some ducks. With a quack quack, and then my son jumps in. He goes, no, that's not what ducks sound like. And he runs up to me and points on my ass. He said, Mama, release the ducks. I said, yeah, they're going to send you to special ed, son. You go on to special ed. Insomnia, man. You are my bitch lover. I mean, because I be up thinking about shit, processing shit, thinking about important shit all the time. Okay, like, if you had a chance to talk to anyone that's famous, dead or alive, who would it be? Mike, who would it be for you?
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, that's a good one. Brian, who would it be? Oh, that's a good one. Who would it be, Quinn?
Heath Ledger.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. See, those are all good ones. I'm different. See, I want to talk to the first person who ever bleached an asshole. And subsequently, the first person who ever had their asshole bleached. Because that shit's going on. That's real. That's real. And I want to know, how do you come to that conclusion, sir? You see what I'm saying? Is it kind of like, you know, and excuse me, you know your asshole don't match? I mean, how does that, who does that? And they already told you they out here eating ass like groceries. Okay, so I'm not trying to be funny. We got a whole generation that's got bacteria and chemical poison in this shit, and you wonder why probiotics ain't working for them. Their guts all fucked up. Gives a whole new meaning to chemtrail, okay? Insomnia, you are my bitch lover. I tell y'all be up thinking, as y'all can see, about important shit. It's 3 things that I also be worried about. Now, this is also a sign of aging. This is how these 3 things, you know your ass is getting old. Bills, bowels, and balls. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Now, bills, I'm always worried about bills. I'm worried about my bills. I'm worried about my kids' bills. I'm worried about people's bills. And I don't know if you ever had your lights cut out, but that shit give you PTSD. So I'm worried about other people's bills. I go over your house. I'm cutting your lights out and shit. We do everything by candlelight with my ass. I'm worried. Worried about your bills. I also open my bills out on the toilet. I don't know about nobody else. It just seems fitting. Bowels. I'm worried about bowels, man. I'm worried about my bowels. I'm worried about your bowels. I'm worried about my kids' bowels, man. You can't help it, and I know where this shit comes from. My grandmother was like that. It didn't matter what was going on in your life. She was going to ask you if you took a shit that day. That's old school. Man, you calling from the hospital, look, I broke my neck, I'm in the hospital. She's like, oh, baby, that's terrible. Did you take a shit today? Yes, I did. When I ran into that tree, I definitely took a shit. I did. Oh, God, I got fired from my job. I got fired from my job. She thought, baby, that's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Did you take a shit today? Yes, I did. On my boss's desk. Yes, I sure did. Yeah, I did. So I know where that shit comes from. And then the other last thing is balls. Balls is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? See, men always want to talk about when we get older how our titties hang to our knees. What about them old ass balls hanging to your ankles? You ever be, y'all be doing the doggy style and you feel something on your thigh and shit. You thinking, oh shit, he got somebody else in it. It's on and popping. It's a threesome. Turn around to some balls, some old ass balls hitting you on the back of your thighs. And I got a thing with balls too. They're very tricky. Because they was talking about that bulge earlier. And I ain't trying to be funny. But sometimes you get them people, especially them old man balls, and they be sitting up there and you think they working with something. And then you get in there and they got an inch of dick and the rest of them balls. There are no exercises for balls too. At least women, we got them Kegel exercises. See, you can keep your coochie snatched. They don't got exercises for balls. You don't have them. You just hanging down there, just loose. I got a girlfriend, she weighs her man's balls. He travels a lot, and she actually weighs his balls when he get back. She said she can tell that he's been cheating by how much his balls weigh. Have y'all heard of that shit? By the balls. I mean, this is real shit. She checks his balls, and if they kind of light, she know he been fucking around. I guess if they heavy, you know what I mean? She know it's all good. I said, damn, I don't have time to be checking nobody's balls or blowing in your ass. That's not gonna be me. Not blowing in your ass. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not blowing in your ass. These men out here be wanting you to do some crazy shit nowadays. And I don't know, they be having dingleberries like crab apples and talking to me eating ass like groceries. Not me, sir. Not me. Not me. Insomnia, man. I be up thinking, processing shit, worried about shit. Like for instance, okay y'all, the rainbow community. Why we keep adding all these alphabets to this shit? I can't keep up. I'm gonna have to go back to rainbow school. And I'm not trying to be funny. It don't matter how gay or bi or whatever you are. If you don't know your element OP, you can't be gay. They won't let you be gay. They got the gay mafia out here that get your ass. I can't keep up. I'm old school. I mean, either you gay, you straight, or you greedy. Fuck, we got all these flags and kinks and extra alphabets and shit. I can't keep up with this shit. I just leave it alone. I was on the plane. I thought I was going to get on a fight. Sure, I swear to God, the first flight I thought I was going to get in a fight with this young ratchet broad. And I'm just like, damn, I'm just sitting in my window seat, minding my business. Already stressed out. It took me a Valium and shit because I hate flying and shit. I want to be high in the eagle's ass. And she come up and she got about 100 damn kids. So she says, ma'am, do you mind moving so I can sit with my kids? You mind switching seats with me so I can switch, And I didn't want to be no bitch, y'all. So I went on and like, yeah, come on, I'll switch seats with you. That's cool. I understand. You're a good mama, So I switched seats with the bitch. I look up, and it's two more motherfuckers in my seat. And I'm like, what the, she paying Tetris and shit. I said, you gonna move me from my shit for what? Then she all the way up the front. I said, this bitch and just switched seats all the way up till she got all her kids on the same set. Bitch, you should have got that together when you ordered your tickets. So I'm shitty than a motherfucker. Then the last flight here, after a 3-hour fucking layover, they sit me next to this older African broad. She didn't talk to me the entire motherfucking ride, right? The entire flight. I be down, we ready to land and everything. She go, this Indy? I said, excuse me? This Indy? I said, now you wonder where the fuck you at? Who put this motherfucker on this plane? I started fucking with it, like, nah, this is Florida, you know what I mean? And I said, nah, I ain't gonna do her like that. And then she just got through talking and I couldn't understand it, but the whole time she kept asking, is this Indy? Is this Indy? I said, yes, motherfucker, it's Indy. I said, now you worried about that shit. Man, insomnia, man. I'm telling y'all, be up thinking about important shit, pressing shit. All the time, as y'all can see. So if y'all suffering from insomnia, I want to tell y'all, get that shit together, okay? Take you some Valium, smoke your weed, get your drink on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa,
I stopped smoking weed. I actually stopped smoking weed. Yes. I couldn't believe it. God took that shit away. I woke up one day and I just stopped smoking weed. And I was like, God, I didn't ask you for that shit. I don't drink. I've been celibate and shit. I'm back on that celibate tip. And this is another thing. Let me tell y'all something. When somebody say they celibate, check record. Check record on that. Some of y'all don't know what celibate is. You know what I'm saying? You have somebody, girl, I'm celibate. I'm saving myself for the Lord. Oh, okay, that's good shit, suicide. How long it's been? 2 weeks. Motherfucker, you taking a break. You waiting for a bacteria infection to clear up, motherfucker. You ain't slick. You gonna be back on some dick tomorrow. But I've been celibate, so I am the square now. I am actually a square. I am the true grandmama, the yay. I'm trying to get my groove back. You better be glad you got a girl. You said you got a girl. I can't fuck with you, but I'm just here, baby. You know what I mean? It's all good being a cougar until they put them legs all the way back. Shit, I'm telling you right now, you put my hips out of socket, nigga, we go together. Do you understand what I'm saying? I ain't getting my hips put out of socket for no fucking reason. Shit, we go together. You gotta get rid of that motherfucker. Okay, my name is Tamar, A.K. Taz, Too Good. Now, Mike asked me to do a little poem, and I guess I wasn't expecting to do that, but y'all know how it is when men, after they make you come, they think you done lost your mind.
Everybody don't know.
After you done come. So, who don't know that? When they hear that, they could try anything. They move their mama and dogs in on your ass and everything. Steal all your silverware and shit. So I have this little poem. It's called Because You Make Me Come.
I be seeing you doing them 12-mile walks.
Because you make me come, you think I'm dumb. But even with my senses numb, I'm still a queen. I see that cockiness in your eyes, haven't given it to sublime, missed messages you have supplied. Having only to live off the tip of a well-endowed dick, emotionally you play dead, because it's easier for you instead to build pipe dreams while giving head. Yes, you make me cream, and yes, you make me scream. But don't get it twisted, I'm still a queen. Because you make me come, you think I'm dumb. But even with my senses numb, I'm still a queen. I see the straddle side you try to hide on that broken fence without a side, and so it's easy to not break your stride and pussy. With all the notches on your belt of all the women you have felt. And so it's just standard conversations for a woman to give you relations without first sharing her creations of love. Yes, you are a dream. Make a sister feel like a crack fiend. But don't get it twisted. I'm still a queen. Because you make me come, you think I'm dumb. But even with my senses numb, I'm still a queen. See, you don't know what you're missing. You can't stop stroking long enough to listen or see the sisters on your team that'll build you up and feed your dreams. But are you a stable boy or a king, a jester or a knight? Because if you don't know who you are, how can you treat any queen right? I'll play this game until true love comes sets me still, but please make no mistake. I take a mediocre dick all day over a stable boy who chooses to stay in the stables because it's so safe. Never my king can you make, rocking your crown on your dick like a saint. Yes, although you make me squirt, you do nothing for my self-worth, so I let you go when I decide that I'm through with the superficial ride. But it's a damn shame you bum, because after all, you make me come. I'm Tamar.
Hey.